everyone, good investor here. I hope you had an amazing day. I hope you're all well. You had a wonderful weekend. Happy Friday. I'm here with a new video. And in this video, I wanted to talk about a company, about a stock. You probably guessed about it, and it's going to be Airbnb. We haven't talked about Airbnb yet, but I want to actually talk to you a little bit of a bullish case scenario, why I think there is a very good chance that it will go up. And I want to back up myself with an analysis I've done, and I'm very happy to share it with you if you're interested. But before I do that, I want to go to the channel right now and actually show you something. So as you can see, guys, it's more than 200 of us. It is big news. It is absolutely phenomenal. And it's just within a couple of days. And on Monday, I actually made a video about us being 100. And now we literally doubled. It's 200. And I just want to thank you all for so much love on this channel, so much support, and all these subscriptions. I am beyond thankful. Thank you very much. And let's go into the video right away. So as I do usually, what I would like to do in this video as well, talk a little bit about the market, what happened. And overall, we had a solid week this week. It was today specifically, stock market did very well. In terms of the growth, they were positive, and for the past 5 days, the stock market is, as you can see, right? It's been doing great. It's at all times high, and today went high, and it was well because of the financial sector doing well. Banks came up with very solid earnings, and which is great for the economy, which is great for the stock market. So as I said that, I want to actually deep dive into Airbnb right now, and before I do that right away, I want to go to Robinhood and look at their pricing. And as you can see, they IPO'd on December 10th. And since then, they've been going up a little bit. But if we look for today, they went up by about 2%. But if we look for the past 1 week, we can see that it's been a little stagnant. For 1 month, it's been also stagnant. Well, it did go down by about 12%. But for the last 3 months, as you can see, it's been only 2% up. And this is a very stagnant point, and it could be a lot of things. It could be that market is uncertain right now with all the situation with the situation we're facing right now. And what I specifically wanted to mention you here is if you look at the 1 year, you can see that there is a very stagnation, and usually in the technical analysis, you expect the stock price to either go up phenomenally, ridiculous as I like to say it, or down. So there's two cases, and I am the believer of the first one, for it to go up, and I want to back up myself with, first of all, starting with their financials. And I usually like to use Atom Finance. And if we look here, guys, we can see this beautiful chart actually, that if you're an investor and a real investor, that you're looking at their financials, this is exact the chart that you're looking for. So you're looking for this type of trend, which is always going up by year as year goes in, not only the revenue, but also the gross profit, which is also important. And as you can see, it is very, very perfectly alienated chart out there. And we can see that in 2020, there was a little downturn, but we know what happened. So there was a lot of restrictions, travel restrictions, and hotel business, as well as Airbnb itself, which is a lot traveling on, depending on travel, is down, of course, which is kind of expected. So if we go to real numbers now, we can look at their net income after taxes, or just net income. We can see that their net income was actually, it did go up initially, but it started trending down by year as years were going. And then in 2019, something happened, and then it was their net loss actually went bigger than it was previously. So I looked at it. I found out that their R&D expense went up, which is their research and development, and I looked at their financials as well. So this is because they were expanding, and there's a lot tied into it. It's product development. They're trying to, it could be everything, right? It could be making their process more efficiently. It's getting new products out there. It's getting better security, but it's literally everything on product development, and it's a good sign too. So when a technology company like Airbnb is investing a lot on R&D, that's a good sign. So I as far as their balance sheet allows them to carry these losses, I think it is fine. And as far as it's not consistent loss, I think consistent big loss, I think it's fine too. So in 2019, it did go up, and then in 2020, obviously went up for a couple of reasons. It's because a lot of things happened, right? Their R&D did go up as well to 2 billion, about 3 billion, and that could be also because they were preparing for IPO, and it's a lot tied into R&D that I don't want to go too technical, but it's because of that their financials were hurting. But at the same time, it's good for the company. It's nothing else but R&D. It's also it's not in any other unusual expense on on investment or on bad investment or something. It's all R&D. It's definitely going back to the company, which is great, which is a sign of the company getting expanded. So that is great. And another thing that I wanted to talk about is, now you might say, okay, good investor, it's all good, their financials look great, but why would you think that this is a bullish case scenario? Bullish case scenario is because, first of all, with this Wall Street Journal article where it says, is travel coming back? Airports have busiest day since March 2020. That is actually great news, because this interview is actually talking about their talk with the airline industry. That airline industry is saying that the travel is coming back. That is actually a great sign, because as travel is coming back, people will need a place to stay, and it could be hotels coming back as well as Airbnb. And the reason Airbnb would do better at this time, I think, is because a lot of people, as the situation was in 2020, a lot of people lost their jobs, unfortunately. But at the same time, there were a lot of freelancers, a lot of people finding a side hustle, including offering their houses into Air bed and breakfast, so that they would get extra side hustle, extra revenue out there. And because of that, I think that mentality will still stay. And plus, now that there's vaccinations rolling and travel is coming back, anyone, I think those people at least would continue staying in that business, and even newcomers would offer their own houses and get a side hustle out there. So because of that, I think Airbnb is in perfect place right now. And as we can see, I mean, even though it was 2020, their financials did not drop as much as I thought it would, because if we go back to this Atom Finance, we can see that their revenues actually did not get hit that much as I thought. I thought it would literally half, which is not the case. I think it was about 30%, which is a big one, of course, but it's not, Airbnb is not alone. That's the point. So that's why I think they're very well positioned for going back up, and that is one of the points. Another point is that their earnings is coming, and it's coming in May of 27. I think a lot of people are waiting for that, but my opinion is that a company will come back with, first of all, great numbers, that the numbers are coming back with promising numbers, although I don't think they will show the profit, but I think it would be very promising numbers, and they will definitely mention the travel coming back, and they will actually come back with good forward statements that will definitely, there's a great chance that the stock price will go up. And as we can see that they were stagnant for the past couple of months already, right? 3 months. I think there's a great chance that the company can shoot, and I think this is the perfect moment to get into Airbnb if you're interested in it. So that is one thing. Another thing is, talking about Airbnb's business, we can look at this chart that they have been taking the share from major hotel chains for the past couple of years, and that trend is actually getting bigger and bigger. And I will not be surprised if by within a couple of years, 2-3 years, they will actually get half of the major hotel chains, because as they are expanding globally, and as there are a lot of people out there quitting their 9-to-5 jobs, getting into side hustles, getting into their own businesses, I think everyone would find it attractive to just share their house and literally offer it as a side business to somebody out there to stay for a night or so and get paid for that. I think that is a perfect business, especially in a technology side, and I think Airbnb is very well positioned for that. So because of that, I think you thought my opinion. My personal thought is it's a great moment to get into Airbnb. I don't have any shares of them right now, but I think I will go in with getting at least a couple before their earnings, because there's a great chance of them going up. That being said, I think I'm good for today. This is what I wanted to talk about. Let me know what you guys think, if this is a right stock for you, or if you have any other questions. I'll talk to you later.